Secretary will call the roll.
Allen, Anderson, Bates, Bell, Berryhill, Block, Cannella, De Leon, Fuller, Gaines, Galgiani, Glazer, Hall, Hancock, Hernandez, Hertzberg, Hill, Hueso, Huff, Jackson, Latta, Leno, Leba, Liu, McGuire, Mendoza, Mitchell, Monning, Morlock, Morrell, Wynn, Nilsson, Pan, Pavley, Roth, Runner, Stone, Vidak, Wachowski, Wolk. Allen, Anderson, Bates, Bell, Berryhill, Block, Cannella, De Leon, Fuller, Gaines, Galgiani, Glazer, Hall, Hancock, Hernandez, Hertzberg, Hill, Hueso, Huff, Jackson, Latta, Leno, Leba, Liu, McGuire, Mendoza, Mitchell, Monning, Morlock, Morrell, Wynn, Nilsson, Pan, Pavley, Roth, Runner, Stone, Vidak, Wachowski, Wolk.
Members, a quorum is present. Would the members and our guests beyond the rail and in the gallery please rise? We will be led in prayer this afternoon by our chaplain, Sister Michelle Gorman, after which please remain standing and we'll be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag by Senator McGuire.
Let us center ourselves in the presence of God. God of freedom, beauty, and truth, we believe that your deepest desire, your most powerful energy, is that all creation might know abundant life. Hasten the coming of the day when all people and our precious earth itself will be treated not as a commodity, but as radiant images of your freedom, beauty, and truth. May it be so. Amen.
Members, under privileges of the floor, Senator Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. We are here today to participate in honoring Leadership California, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary today. Now, Leadership California is a network of accomplished women dedicated to advancing the leadership role that women play in impacting business, social issues, and public policy. It is a unique program designed to develop and mobilize female leaders. From corporate, academic, state, and community organizations across this great state, Leadership California draws a diverse group of executive women into its California Issues and Trends program. Its alumnae include Denise Morrison, the first woman CEO of Campbell Soup Company, Soraya Coley, the first woman president of Cal Poly Pomona, and our own Debbie Manning, who is the first woman sergeant at arms in the Senate. So as you can see, and by looking here as well, an illustrious, accomplished, outstanding group of women. These alumni gain new insights into complex global, national, and regional issues facing California. And on your desks, you will find a calendar from Leadership California and a list of today's events to honor their anniversary. Members are invited to join in a celebratory reception at 5:30 this evening at the Stanford Mansion. And I would like you, if you would, to join me in welcoming their Executive Director, Pam Heeman, their Board President, Diana Reyes, alumna Diane Boyer-Vine, and Debbie Gravert. And we also have women in the gallery who are alums of this auspicious organization. I ask you to stand, and if everyone could please welcome and congratulate this outstanding group of women.
Welcome, Leadership California, your 25th anniversary. Under privileges of the floor, Senator Fuller.
I'd like to add on to this resolution.
Thank you.
The 25th anniversary of Leadership California, we are just so pleased that you are receiving this award, and it is an honor to rise today and recognize the 25th anniversary of Leadership California, because this organization has a long history of creating strong women leaders who have a passion and commitment for public service. It empowers women to grow personally and professionally and gives them the tools to address the critical issues facing our state. Leadership California and the women involved with it serve as role models in their communities and send the message that there is nothing a person cannot achieve when you set your mind to a goal. I am pleased to recognize them today. I thank Hannah-Beth Jackson, Senator Hannah-Beth Jackson, for bringing this forward, and I wish them continued success And I invite all of us to join in the pictures as soon as the first one is taken with Senator Jackson.
Great. Thank you, Senator Fuller. Thank you, Senator Jackson. Members will now move forward for under privileges of the floor. Senator Nguyen.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. Since Senator Runner is not able to be with us today, I would like to present this resolution on her behalf. Today, we are recognizing January as... This mic just won't stay up. I'll hold it up. Today, we are recognizing January as Human Trafficking Awareness Month. With me today are Jenny Williamson, founder and CEO of Courage Worldwide, as well as representatives from Dignity Health, which is one of the major partners with this important organization. Dignity Health started a human trafficking initiative across the state, training hospital emergency room staff to identify victims of trafficking and develop a protocol on how to meet the needs of those victims. Representatives with us here today from Dignity Health are Lori Harding, Senior Vice President of Operation, Sister Bridget McCarthy, Vice President of Mission Integration, Jennifer Zachariou, Senior Community Health Specialist. Jenny Williamson is a global leader in the fight against child sex trafficking. She founded Courage Worldwide to build homes for children rescued out of sex trafficking around the world. She developed a successful long-term therapeutic home program called Courage House for minor victims of sex trafficking. Plans are in place for more Courage Houses across the state of California because the need is so great. They have turned away, unfortunately, 300 child victims of this crime who needed permanent placement, but it's because they did not have the space for them. So please join me in welcoming Jenny Williamson with Courage Worldwide and applauding her and Dignity Health for their tremendous work, and for their organization on the issues of trafficking, especially for minors. Please welcome them.
Welcome. Thank you, Senator Nguyen, and Jenny Williamson with Courage Worldwide and the supporters in our community. Senator Mendoza, for what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, senators, I would like to take an opportunity to grab your attention to many of my cities that I represent in Southern California, and actually for different parts of the different counties. They're a part of an association that's called California Contract Cities Association. They're here for their lobby days today and tomorrow. Would hope that you offer an opportunity to meet with some of them as they come to your offices. They're up here in the balcony. I would love for them to stand and for us to greet them with a round of applause. Thank you, senators.
Members, any other privileges of the floor? Okay. Moving forward, messages from the governor will be deemed read. Messages from the assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committee will be deemed read and amendments adopted. Motions, resolutions, and notices. Senator Hall? Yes.
Yes, privileges of the floor.
Yes.
Yes. Mr. President and Senators, it's an honor for me to introduce some special guests with me today. And if we can please welcome my council member, Isaac Galvan, who is the first Latino elected to the Compton City Council, the youngest member of council and the first Latino representative from the City of Compton and the Compton City Council, Council Member Isaac Galvan. Please in the center, Council Member, if you can. Isaac Galvan, if you can please recognize him. Councilman.
Please come forward. Yes.
Come to the center here. Thank you. Right there. Thank you.
Welcome, Councilman.
We also have from the Water Replenishment District, 2 members of the Water Replenishment District, Rob Catherman and Sergio Calderon as well. Please, Sergio Calderon, please welcome these 2 directors to the chambers of the Senate.
Welcome to the Senate. Wonderful. Thank you, Senator Hall. Members, we'll now move forward to introductions and first reading of bills. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 866 by Senator Roth and acrolein to veterans.
Great. Wonderful. Returning to motions and resolutions, Senator Hall.
Yes, also I wanted to remind the members of the Senate that the California Legislative Black Caucus we'll have our Civil Rights Breakfast Thursday, January 14th, 8:30 to 10 a.m. at the Sacramento Convention Center. It's free to all of our senators. Please join the Black Caucus as we recognize the celebration of the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Again, Thursday, January 14th, 8:30 to 10 a.m., the Sacramento Convention Center. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Senator Hall. Members, returning to motions and resolutions. Senator Bates, do you have adjourn in memory? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. And members, I rise to adjourn in the memory of Jeanette M. Krembes, my close friend and former staff member. Jeanette was born in Niagara Falls, New York on April 15th, 1939, and passed away peacefully on the morning of November 21st, 2015. She grew up in Niagara Falls and relocated to Southern California in 1967, where she began her real estate career. In 1978, Jeanette moved to the quiet little community of Laguna Niguel with her husband, Dr. James Krembes, and for the next 30 years, Jeanette would be a successful real estate broker in the Southern California area. However, her real passion was her community involvement for the last 25 years. Her tireless work on issues such as helping Laguna Niguel obtain cityhood and being an instrumental part in many of the city's first civic organizations made her a key contributor to the early development of South Orange County. Some of Jeanette's civic accomplishments include serving as my field representative during my 6-year term in the State Assembly, board member and past president of Laguna Niguel Chamber of Commerce, board member, treasurer, and founding member of the Laguna Niguel Historical Society, board member of the Orange Coast Watershed and Environmental Center, board member of the California Women's Leadership Association, and appointee to Orange County's Assessment Appeals Board for 12 years. She had a 20-year service in the Rotary Club and was Scholarship Committee Chairman for 4 years. Because of her service, Jeanette was honored as Laguna Niguel Citizen of the Year. She was also appointed by the Orange County Association of Realtors to its Government Affairs Political Action Committee, and in that capacity, she came to Sacramento many times to participate in the California Board of Realtors legislative meetings. Services for Jeanette were held just last November 30th at the Mission Basilica, San Juan Capistrano. Being a 4-time cancer survivor for over 20 years, Jeanette fought cancer the way she lived her life with a quiet dignity, grace, and tenacity that will be remembered by all whose lives she touched. She is survived by her son and daughter-in-law, Ben and Dora Pasco, granddaughter Jessica Pasco, who actually served as an intern for me just this past summer, and her sisters, Carol DiRamio and Betty Scrivano, and their families. I ask that we adjourn in Jeanette's honor, and thank you very much for that. It was a very, very difficult year for me. One of the first eulogies I had to give in the Basilica San Juan Capistrano. It was an amazing moment to be in the presence of God, and certainly for Jeanette. So please remember her.
Great. Thank you, Senator Bates, and our thoughts and prayers to the family of Jeanette Krembus. Members, let's see. Senator Leno.
Thank you, Mr. President. For purpose of announcement,
Yes, please.
if I may, thank you. Colleagues, on behalf of the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Legislative Caucus, I would like to invite everyone to join us for our annual Welcome Back reception, which will be tonight at 5:30, program at 6 at the California Museum, corner of 10th and O. Be there, be square. It's the best party of the year. Hope you can join us. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Senator Leno. Members, under motions and resolutions, Pro Tem De Leon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, with a deep sadness, I rise to adjourn in the memory of John Tritch of Eagle Rock, and that is a neighborhood in the city of Los Angeles. Jack, as he was known by many family and friends, lived a very honorable life and died peacefully at his home last month, December 7th, 2015. He was 88 years old. His accomplishments are numerous. In 1994, he was just 16 years of age, 1994, when he managed to convince his parents to sign his enlistment papers for the United States Navy. Shortly after Jack enlisted, his beloved older brother, Tuti, was killed when a kamikaze plane struck his ship. Jack served in World War II as an amphibious landing craft pilot and was honorably discharged back in 1946. And if you recall, during Normandy D-Day, because he served exactly on that day, D-Day, the famous movie by Steven Spielberg. My memory is serving in search of Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan. You remember when the amphibious landing crafts were entering the Normandy shore, hitting the beach, and when that door would fall and the German soldiers were up in the hill just having target practice on our men. It was quite a moving scene. Now, Jack was one of those amphibious landing craft pilots who actually brought these landing crafts to shore. Now, back in Eagle Rock, he joined his family business, Tritch Hardware, and served as the longtime proprietor of this local institution, which has been in business for over 75 years. Jack was known for his unwavering commitment to community service at St. Dominic's Church and is a longtime member of the Eagle Rock Lions Club. He led the creation of iMobile, a mobile eye clinic inspired partly by his mother, who tragically lost her vision when Jack was a very young boy. Jack embodied the greatest generation. He had an incredible taste for adventure, an overwhelming sense of patriotism, and a stern resolve and a very charitable heart. He was a very loving father, a father of 11 children and 2 stepchildren. In total, 13 I should say, 13 kids, many grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. He will be sorely missed by his family, by the Eagle Rock community in Los Angeles, and he'll be fondly remembered. Please join me, colleagues, in memory of John Tritch. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pro Tem. Senator Hueso, for what purpose do you rise?
Thank you, Madam President, for an adjournment in memory.
Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam President. Senators, I would like you to join me today in adjourning in the memory of a lifelong resident, educator, and a coach in my community in the Imperial County area, formerly known as Michael Carter, known to everyone else as Mickey Carter. Mickey Carter, age 57, passed away December 11th, 2015, after losing his battle with cancer. In 1975, Mickey graduated from Central Union High School and went on to Imperial Valley College, then to San Diego State University, where he earned a degree in physical education with a minor in biology, and later earned a master's degree from the University of New Mexico. He worked as a science teacher. He was the chair of the science department and also as an athletic director coaching baseball at Southwest High School. He was an athletic director in Imperial Valley, but was also among the most respected for his ethics and professionalism. He was a founding member of the Imperial Valley Baseball Network, where he served as an advisor. He is also remembered as a model coach who promoted baseball. He volunteered with youth and continued with education well after leaving the program. In his honor, Southwest High School renamed their baseball field to Mickey Carter Field at Freeway Park. As a fixture in the Imperial Valley, he will be dearly missed by his family and much of the Imperial Valley's coaches, educators, students, athletes, and all the people whose life he touched. We all know the big impact that teachers make in our community, and in particular, Mickey was one of those teachers that not only made an impact, but went above and beyond the call of duty to help the youth and in shaping their future and getting them involved in the community. Thank you, and for allowing me to do this today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senator Hueso. Senator Gaines, for what purpose do you rise?
Adjourn in memory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask that we adjourn in memory today in honor of one of my constituents, Jana Rollins of Granite Bay. Jana passed away peacefully in her home on November 7th after a long battle with breast cancer. Jana is the wife of former Secretary of the Senate, Rick Rollins. She's better known as one of the founders of the UC Davis Mind Institute. After her son Russell was diagnosed with autism 23 years ago, Jana opted to stay at home as a full-time caregiver to attend to the needs of her son. To those who knew her well, she played a behind-the-scenes role in terms of advocating for people with disabilities. Her own husband credits much of his success to her courage and credits her as a leading example of all the other home care workers everywhere who work long hours to provide the support and help that their loved ones need. A wonderful woman and a leader in autism advocacy, she is survived by her husband, Rick Rollins, of 38 years, and her two sons, Matthew and Russell. I ask that we adjourn in her memory of this mother, caregiver, and autism advocate, Jana Rollins. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Gaines. Senator Nielsen, is your mic up, sir? Okay, thank you. We ask that all the members who requested adjourn in memory motions and offered names to please bring them to the desk so they can be entered into the journal. Seeing no other business, Mr. Pro Tem, the desk is clear.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, obviously not much to do today, but I want to welcome everyone back again. Looking forward to a very productive week. We do have committee hearings, various committee hearings, so chairpersons will be having hearings today, tomorrow, as well as Thursday. We do not have session on Thursday, so do not come here on the floor at 9 a.m., but we will have session Friday at 9 a.m. No session on Thursday because it's a 3-day weekend. I believe Martin Luther King is on Monday. We will return on Tuesday, but this Friday is a 9 a.m. session, not Thursday. So with that, Madam President, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Again, the Senate will be in recess until 3:30 p.m., at which time the adjournment motion will be made. We will reconvene Friday at 9 a.m.